me just check. Good.
Right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Boom. Boom. Let's see. Yeah.
Share it to you.
It's delayed a little bit. I just started to share the phone. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, mine is really delayed. Good grief. I don't know. This internet is gonna do what it needs to do.
Oh, it's good.
Is it still going on there at all? Video? I think it's just my phone. Okay. All right, cool. So let's see if they could hear the music real fast. Yeah. You like that?
Oh.
All right. So, okay. Let's let Facebook have an opportunity to share it out. And we should share it out now. Share it to my page. Yes. Welcome to our virtual book signing with author Boris Chestnut. Hey. If you're watching live, please let us know where you're watching from. Drop your city and state in the chat for me, please.
I see somebody like across the pond, like out type of things. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Do some last minute sharing real quick. Making sure all the spaces understands that we're going live.
Let us know if you can hear us clearly, if the internet is acting good. Let us know if the video is clear. If there are any issues at all, please let us know.
For the folks that got jokes, I paid my internet bill, okay? It is working.
Right. Not seeing any comments yet. I'm wondering what that means. Let me see. I'm gonna comment in here and see what they mean.
Bitch, I can't guess what I got in the cup.
Oh Lord. Happy juice. Hey, there we got Twyla Be Good on the line.
Twyla, what's up, boo? I know her partner is on there with us, man. Come on in. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming on in. You got your book coming. Both of y'all got some shirts coming. Thanks
See,
for the support.
yes, we got Miss Rosie Gonzalez on the line.
What's going on, Rosie? She's been very supportive in the process too.
Yes. We appreciate all of you for joining us live. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the Back to the BaSex brand with author Boris Chestnut. I'm Allison, Denise, his author brand strategist, and we are here to just have a fun evening with you as we discuss the book, Back to the BaSex, right? We're going to talk a little bit about the book. He's going to be signing the book as we're writing. We're going to play a game or two and do a couple of giveaways. Yeah, and we're going to have a good time. So you want to say anything before we get started?
Thank you. Again, thank you for supporting this whole venture. It doesn't stop here. We have other things going on. Share this out to all your friends, all your boos, but especially all your friends that are men. This is really to reach out to men with this project. Women can also definitely buy this.
but I really want you to chime in and use your voice here, ask questions here, and to participate. And so that's really about it so far. It's been cracking.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So, how do we start off with? Should we do the game first or a question?
Let's do a question.
Let's warm up with a question. Okay. My question. Hold on. Let me get the first question. If you guys have any questions for Boris, please drop them in the comments. He is answering. Ask him anything at this point. And we will get your questions answered for you. So tell us, why did you write this book?
Man, so the book was originally written in 2020, 4 years ago. And I wrote it having coming across a lot of clients, men, that had issues.
Sorry, can y'all hear me now? Y'all can hear me better. And so this book in 2021, and I had a lot of clients, specifically men, that had a lot of issues that wanted all the results, but didn't even have the knowledge or the history or the access to the basics, really. And just as the importance of getting your blood flow up, getting your water intake, understanding what that means to your sexual organs, battling scripts that society tells you how to make love to your partner, and you're trying to make love based on somebody else's scale, not your own. And so the themes in the book comes from my own personal experiences, friends, family, and especially clients. And I'm just like, we just need the basics. Let's start there. And then that we can have better connection, better communication, better sex with our partners.
Can't be mad about better sex with our partners. Can't be mad, let me tell you. All right. So let's go to another question. Who is this book for, and who is it to?
Whew. This book is for anybody that want to buy it. Let's just start there. If you want to buy this book, I don't care what you look like, sound like, act like. Go ahead. Back to the basics. www.BaSex.com. This book was written for men. And the question was what? Okay, so it's written to men, but it's written for anybody that won't buy it. My bad, I had all these things going on in my mind, and so it's written to men, but it's for anybody that wants to buy it. And the men that I'm talking about is anybody from black, white, yellow, green. I don't care what the race is, or the age, or the culture. If you're English speaking, you can understand the language I'm talking about. But until I can get on board with any other kind of language, that's what it is, right? But anybody that has had any issues when it comes to connection or sexual functioning, has had distress in bed, distress with their partner, relational issues, emotional regulation issues, this is for you. Will you find all the answers to your problem here or problems here? No, I'm just going to be honest with you. But this will, of course, get you on the road to finding those answers. This will get you on the road to having a better connection and help you find the pathways to resolve in whatever you have going on.
I think that's amazing. So we're talking about Back to the Basics, a reclamation of sex energy for men. So this book is written to men. It's for anyone who wants to purchase it. That means even if you're a woman, you can pick the book up and learn something from it, and you can share this with the men in your lives, right? So tell me, there's a chapter 1 specifically, is written directly to Black men. Why did you feel the need to write a chapter specifically for Black men?
Thank you. And that is a very important question. So when I applied to sex therapy school, the certificate program at the University of Michigan, in that application process, I informed the folks, the beautiful folks at the school, I really wanted this to have better connection and to have a space for Black men in sex. Now, of course, I treat everybody, but this is a space I feel like gets left out. in the happiest moment, right? When we talk about Black men, when it comes to sex, we're talking about words like BBC. We're not really treating them like human beings. We're not really understanding that, we're more than just bomb sex in the bed. We're having bad sex in the bed too. We are. And we're having okay sex in the bed. But we want to make sure that we're doing things that allows us to have the quality that we want for ourselves and for our partners. And we have a lot of issues that could go missed. We don't know places that we can go and talk to a person about these things. And so if you don't have insurance or have enough money to see a sex therapist or a sex coach or somebody specializing in intimacy, you can buy this book for $25. Let's start there. And so this message to Black men really gets us to a point where we start finding and developing spaces for us to have the healthy, connected sex that we want. But also, we can't forget all the images, all the things that are left for us by our ancestors to help us have the sex energy, using that sex energy, preserving that sex energy, and get us to a space where we can use it to transform us into the healthy person that we so deserve and desire to be. So that's why.
Sorry, I got so.
Yeah, you get to preaching.
I should have had, I almost got in my song dance.
Okay. Well, let's give a shout out to some of the people who pre-ordered the book.
Yes. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to my boy. Grew up with him. He was the first person to buy the book. Chris Green from Shreveport, Louisiana, where I grew up a large portion of my life. Also Pensacola, Florida. He bought the first book when it came out. I think it was not even an hour after that. I saw it on the screen. Purchased Chris Green. I was like, man, I gotta shout out to my boy, and shout out to the Green family, Chris's wife, parents. Love all y'all. Know all y'all. Hope you're doing well. Frat brothers. Frat show love. Thank y'all. Friends. A lot of friends show love, and I don't have everybody's name on here. But I really want to say thank you for that, and the women that bought the book. There are a lot of women that have bought the book, and so I really want to say thank you for that. Whether you're reading it for yourself or for your partner or partners, no judgment here. Thank you for that. It does mean a whole hell of a lot. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone that has pre-ordered. Remember to drop your questions in the comment section. I wanted to ask you about, first of all, y'all, Back to the Basics comes with a music soundtrack.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard it, you need to go get it, okay? It is currently available on all streaming platforms and available for purchase and download on platforms like Amazon Music, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all the things you can go find it. 10 amazing tracks. Shout out to the producer, Anton M. Albert, right here, local in Dallas. He's an amazing music producer. But I just wanted to say, we recently did the listening party. And most of the questions were coming from women. And we had a couple of questions on what you were just talking about, which is how women can take this book and apply it to their relationship, share it with their men, their husbands, whoever, to help them better their sexual experiences. So tell me, I guess, what has been your feedback from the women that you're talking to as it relates to some of the questions that you may have received from them?
Thanks for that. Women, from what I've seen, desire what will be be labeled a sensual man. Somebody that has a high understanding of his emotions, emotional regulation, awareness, so on and so forth, so that they can be appreciated from head to toe, not just because they get a big ass or just because they can do this sexual functioning. For a man, just for him to have an orgasm or to get a nut, right? Next, wanting so much more from that guy. They're wanting this book to be that journey that opens him up to have, that emotional intelligence level to a degree that really leads to better communication, connection, and sex. And so when it comes to this book, when I hear them talk about it, they're really looking for a sensual man. And that will be book number 2, to really dive more into that. This book is the building blocks, understanding what that looks and feels like.
And so book number 2 is going to be catered to women.
Yeah, book number 2 actually will be catered to women. That'll be an anthology, and it will be women, really dope ass women that specialize in tantra, that specialize in the spiritual spaces, right? Psychology. These people will be therapists. They will be people. Have one person that works in the Fortune 500 spaces, and I really want her to come and talk about money for women. Also with exercise and so many other spaces, but it has to be women to talk to women. I'm going to be here, kind of like the sideline coach, navigating the space that I would like to see it, but it has to be the voice of a woman communicating to women, and it will be on this anthology, and it will be an album of men holding space for women, just like this book has an album of women holding space for men. So make sure you pick up that album for sure.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm actually looking forward to this next book and next album. So I know that you want to read an excerpt.
Yeah.
Would you like to go ahead and do that now?
Yeah.
All right. So before you read it, tell us a little bit about why you chose to read this piece, and then you can get started.
So I chose to read this piece, and I read this a few nights ago at the Diamond Suite with Lady Diamond and her brother Adonis Allen, and all the family members out there, and some of my friends came out there too. Bless up. Thank y'all for showing up and showing out. I really feel like, with the exception of my Tantra family or any spiritual spaces, men are really missing out on ways to manifest with their women, and really missing out on ways that manifestation can build and grow who they are into, again, the person they so desire to be. And so with that, we have to learn how to connect. A lot of us work so hard, we miss out on the self-care experiences. And when we get with our women, it's, we don't know how to let our guards down and be vulnerable. And that affects sex. And so I read what's called a pussy prayer. And this is something that my master, a Tantra master, has told me and taught me in the tribe many times, is how to manifest with your woman. But you're going to have to really work on the relationship with your woman first. Don't go in there, relationship is all tore up, trying to do all this. I mean, you can, but you really want to put the intention and effort in your relationship. And while doing that, manifest inside of your woman. Manifest being able to pray for her and protect her, and also yourself, and you energy for protection, growth, and development for the relationship. Not just you, not just her, for the relationship. And so I remember those teachings. I remember those discussions. There have been some hard discussions. There have been some beautiful ones. And I came up with the pussy prayer. And, we have had discussions on how to manifest. But to me, at the back of my mind, this is a pussy prayer. I'm praying to my woman while I'm inside of her. And right before I'm about to have orgasm, before emissions, I'm talking about all the beautiful things. I'm imagining and visualizing all the beautiful things that I want for her, for me, and for the future. So that I can wheel in all that stuff from that field, right? The universal energetic field, the UEF. So wheeling in all those answers from that prayer, so that we can develop this thing in the beautiful spaces that we want to. And so without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and read this. So I'm not hooked on phonics, but if I stumble on something, don't laugh at me, laugh at your mama. All right. So anyway, the pussy prayer. Oh, we got the music going because I want this to sound sensual. Okay. I can't the music. I'm gonna just go ahead and just start. In the dim glow of the moonlit room, Ethan sat cross-legged, his eyes closed, focusing on his breath. Beside him, Lily lay, enveloped in the soft embrace of the sheets. her presence a calming balm to his restless spirit. Tonight was about healing, release, and the sacred connection they shared. It was time. Lily shifted herself position in bed and sat on top of her man, wrapping her legs firmly around his waist with the bottom of her feet connecting perfectly. Ethan maintained a firm 90-degree angle. He suddenly felt tension coming to an ease. He'd been anticipating this moment all throughout his hard-working day. He remembered the text messages from Lily telling him about how she needed him to rest his mind. Ethan's consciousness was still firmly in his mind, busy thinking about the worries of the world. Ethan came firmly erect due to the soft touch and scent Lily gifted him. He loved rose oil. He also knew that when she wore rose oil, she meant business. Ethan was now inside, his eyes closed even tighter as he thought about his pains and woes. Shifting his conscious energy, he visualized a stream of light moving from his mind and down through his body. This light carried with it the burdens he had been holding on to, his struggles, pains, and troubles, all swirling in a vortex of emotion. As he shifted his focus to his core, energy transformed, merging with his deepest desires and intentions. In the quiet sanctuary of their shared space, Ethan leaned forward, his forehead resting gently against Lily's abdomen. Eyes closed, he whispered a heartfelt prayer, a soft incantation of gratitude to the sacred space they shared. "Thank you," he murmured, voice barely above a whisper, "for being my refuge, my safe haven. In you, I find release from the chaos of the world, a place where I am seen and understood." His hands rested on her hips, the warmth and energy radiating between them. Every day, I carry the weight of stress and misunderstanding, but here with you, I find peace. You are my sanctuary, and in this sacred union, I am free to let go. As their energies intertwined, they became a perfect symbol of masculine and feminine energy. He was the grounding masculine for her feminine, creating healing through her pleasure. Ethan visualized a wave of calm washing over them, cleansing and renewing them both. He uttered softly in her ear, "Together, we create a space for healing and manifesting the understanding and prosperity we both seek." With every breath, he felt the warmth of Lily's hand grounding him. She was his sanctuary, his haven where his vulnerability could be laid bare. As they connected skin to skin, Ethan imagined the light flowing out from him and into her. Gentle, radiant stream. He visualized each worry dissolving, canceled out by the polarity of their energies. In this distant dance, the room became a cocoon of healing and renewal. The boundaries of their individual selves blurred, creating a space where mood and spirit harmonize. It was here, in this sacred union, that Ethan sowed the seeds of prosperity. Lily felt the shift, the warmth spreading through her in a serene yet powerful exchange. Together, they created a sanctuary of trust and transformation. Their prayer, unspoken yet deeply understood. Here, they manifested not only pleasure, but a shared vision of abundance and peace. As I delved deeper into these conversations, I realized that the silence surrounding male sexuality comes from profound consequences. Men often feel trapped in a cycle of expectation, where vulnerability is seen as a weakness and emotional expression is stifled. It creates a barrier to not only personal growth, but also the richness of intimate relationships. Using this technique, you'll need high body awareness. During sex, when you feel the emissions process taking place specifically at the bottom of your tailbone if you can. Think intentionally about the answers you want and need moving forward. Don't stop with that. Keep going. Literally, figuratively, all the right. You can also consider the ways you want to manifest this new space and world you vehemently want to create. Focus your consciousness from your mind. Now let it travel down to your body and to the tip of your lingam, right? And the lingam is the penis, the energetic penis. While intentionally sharing this energy with your partner, and she focuses, women, you focus on your yoni, right? And so while you're focusing on that area, while you're having orgasm and coming, that polarity cancels out. That'll allow the whole process to happen, and then you can start manifesting prosperity, energetically and spiritually. And that's a natural way to heal. No pills involved. Nobody got to do a song and dance for you. You just choose intentionally to start healing with your partner then and there.
You guys, y'all have to tell us what y'all think about that excerpt. I mean, I don't know. For me, just the idea of sex being more about pleasure and transformation and not just pleasure. It's like thinking about it on a different plane. I think it's amazing. And I think that when we look at it from a deeper perspective like that, want to do better. You want to have better sex. You want to connect with your partners on a deeper level as well. And I think that would it could take away from that whole, oh, we're just doing it just to be doing it, that's on in this current generation. So I'm really enjoying this. I think that excerpt was amazing. If you are just signing on, we are talking about Back to the BaSex, a reclamation of sex energy for men, written by author Boris Chestnut. And I am Allison, Denise, author, brand strategist, and we're just having a fun evening talking about the book. He's signing books. He's got a pen there. We've got the books out. The books will be shipping very shortly, within the next few days. If you pre-ordered, your book will be on the way to you very soon. If you ordered the exclusive pre-order bundle, your album has already been sent out to you via email. Your t-shirt, book, and pillowcase will be on the way. You probably can't see it, but the pillowcase is behind both of our heads. Also, the t-shirts. We got the t-shirts. He got some mugs, y'all. So, all kind of good stuff you can get for this. We see Miss Shamika is on. She said she's listening and taking it all in. I like her choice of words. Just saying. Yes. We've got Sexologist in the City. She says congratulations on the book.
Thank you.
And the album is fire.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Let's see. We got Shamika.
Oh. Listen to the album. Listen to the album while you're making love. If you have not tried to do that, definitely tonight. Tonight. Don't wait tomorrow. Tonight. Do that.
Shamika says I'm feeling a ways. Okay. And she is stuck between wanting to play Silk, H-Town, and Tank.
Yes. Listen, you're gonna pull out all your 90s and the 2000s and anybody that has good R&B music going on. This is gonna get you right back into that. I was speaking to Anton. I was like, look, man, my favorite era of music is 90s R&B. For R&B, my favorite era is actually the 80s for music. But when it comes to R&B, not sure. And he rocked it with this. It brings back that soul. It brings back that spirit. It brings back everything that wants you to connect and make love with your partner. It's such a beautiful moment. So many beautiful moments. And when you get the album, I personally recommend you to listen to it from track 10 all the way to the vibe, and then listen to it on shuffle. However you want to listen to it after that.
So why are you telling us to start at track 10 instead of 1?
Because, I mean, with intention, I want her to touch me, and you're starting out with touch me, and it gets you into that smooth move, right? And so after that, you get into a really dope spoken word artist, Key Divine, and she is holding space for men. And that's really what the album is meant for. All the women, but through her spoken word, it's done in such a way that she's using some of the tantra language that I would use. And so she's using all the energy that I would use as a man, um, to hold space for my partner, but she's holding space for men. And so it's just such a beautiful ride. And then we get into my dog Rayla, when she's talking about connection through mushrooms and weed. And so with that, there is a character that took a trip on. Can we talk about this now? Yeah. Okay. So I really appreciate that, because it's hard these days to talk about something like that and to have healthy sex. And there's a character in my book that used in a ritual honey, chocolate, and the name of the mushroom is penis envy. And don't be afraid or frightened by that. But in the mushroom, or in that experience with that substance, it helps you take a spiritual turn, a spiritual trip. And in that trip, there was no sex going on, but he was fucked. There's no penetration sex going on, but he was definitely fucked. And so when that happened, he was expecting a spiritual experience of seeing the face of God, but more so he saw his own face. He understood sexual energy, and it helped him start to reclaim his energy, which is absolutely part of this book. As men, we do so much to get real and dispel our energy. We leak energy all day long. And from that, we try to operate from a deficit, as they say, right? And try to make things happen from a deficit. So with this book, I have to start reclaiming, building boundaries, building that sex energy, and transmuting it in so many beautiful ways. But you can definitely do that with mushrooms, with marijuana. I want to say that can dim your light if you're doing it too much. I'm not trying to take marijuana away from the weed smokers, but do it in moderation for sure. But that can definitely dim your aura, the light that you have, if you're just doing it too much. But yeah, so working it back from 10 all the way to 1 is such an awesome ride. And so just try that, and just give Anton the feedback and let us know what you think.
Absolutely. So since we're talking about the album, I'm going to say track number 8, Good to Me, is my favorite track. Tell us what yours is and why.
Track 8 is the one with mushrooms and marijuana. So it's a dope ass album. Shout out again to Brayla. I go back and forth. First of all, I like all the albums. I like all the albums. I like all the singles on there. But I have 3 favorites. It was 2, but now it's 3. So track 10, track 9, and track number 4. I keep going. I play those the most. For whatever reason, track 4 just has a connection to me. Oh my God, how do I not know? It's
Look it up.
yeah. While she's doing that, it has a special connection to me. While Dana is, that's the artist who's singing it, is talking so much about do it. Oh my God! So it's about a sexual experience, but it seems much more sex. Fire ass beat, fire ass lyrics, and from what I was told, this song was written years ago. It's weird how this was written years ago, but it's perfectly placed for this album. I just God works in so many mysterious ways. And so fast forwarding it to 9, Key is also a Tantra practitioner, much like I am. And she uses a lot of the language in her spoken word. When she's, the name of the song is Due to You. And she uses a lot of the languages to hold space for men in that very song. And so if you're a man, it don't matter how you identify, you're gonna love this song anyway. But if you're a man, you're gonna really appreciate it. And then 10 is Touch Me. There's a lot of people that don't like to be touched, but I like to be touched. So that's why I like to just kick the doors in. Okay, touch me. Let's go ahead. And I started off with 10, go to 9, go to 4, then I put the thing on shuffle. Yeah.
All right, cool beans. So we're gonna play a quick game. 2 truths and a lie. Okay, we're gonna do this maybe 2 times, and we're gonna see who can be the first one to guess truth in what Mr. Boris is going to share with us. Let me know when you're ready to share your 2 truths and a lie. While you're getting that ready, I'm going to say that Shamika in the comments says, I feel like I'm cheating via this live stream. I got to purchase this book.
Yes.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. Just go ahead and do it.
www.backtothebasics.com. That's BacktoTheBasex.com. Go ahead and get it. If you're Christian, if you're Muslim, if you whatever your religion is, you still have space here. This is for you. If you're spiritual, this is for you. This is for everybody to read, for sure. But it's still written to me. So I can't, I'm just not going to dance around that. That's who it's written for. And so what are we kicking this game off with?
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie. So
let me give you the rules.
oh, somebody gonna be like, I knew that man was a liar. I knew it.
These are the rules. So Boris is going to say 3 things. You guys have to guess which one is the lie. Okay. Now don't make it too easy now. Like, what's my favorite color? Because I think it's kind of obvious. Okay. So tell us 2 truths and a lie. And we know you guys are on a little bit of a delay. So we're going to be looking in the comments for your responses in just a couple of minutes. Okay. So go ahead.
All right. First of the 3 stories, I spent about 3.5 years of my life in the Philippines. That's story 1. Do I get details in this truth or lie?
No.
Okay. Story number 2. I was born with 6 fingers on both hands. I was born with 6 fingers on both hands. Story number 3. I swam on a swim team, and funny thing is, my first lesson, I damn near drowned. Story number 3. All right.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I think I know what the lie is, but I want to see what y'all have to say first. So while we're waiting on the comments to come through, I know you're supposed to be signing books.
Yes.
Once again, I'm going to show you guys one of the t-shirts. I'm just going to take it out of here. Put this down real quick. This shirt is a very nice quality. I love the texture of it. Look at that. Same one that Boris is wearing right now. This is a size medium. Medium fit me really well, just so you know.
They are fitted.
Yeah, they fit really, not tight, but they fit very well. They have a little stretch to it also.
Shout out to Charlotte and Carla Stovall for that. They did an amazing job on printing these shirts.
Absolutely. Very good quality. So you will be disappointed when you receive yours in the mail if you have pre-ordered. If you did not pre-order and you would still like to purchase a shirt, then you can go to backtothebasics.com and purchase your shirt. They are still available. Let's see. Shamika says that almost drowning is a lie. Don't make any faces. Don't give it away just yet. And Miss Rosie says 6 fingers is the lie. Anybody else want to put your vote in before we figure out who the winner is of this game?
Come on, let's get this thing up to about 10 responses at least before we go.
Yes.
So I
spent about 3.5 years in the Philippines. I used to swim on a swim team, and my first swimming lesson, I damn near drowned. And I was born with 6 fingers. Those are the 3 stories, the truths and 1 lie. So what you got? Which one do y'all think is the lie?
All right. So while we're waiting on a couple more responses to come in, I want to ask another question about the book while you're signing.
Hold on, this is my first signage. Do I sign in the front or the? I should have asked you that. Wait, we asking now.
You can sign there if you have a lot to say. You can also sign on that title page right there.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I like the title page.
Yes.
Right up under the name.
So let me get my next question for Mr. Boris while we wait for some more 2 truths and a lie answers to come in. And let's see. Tell us, did we talk about self-care and sex care?
Oh, we did. We didn't.
Tell us the connection there.
So self-care helps you understand what's going on with your body, right? If you're not working out, if you're not drinking enough water, if you're not praying, if you're not manifesting, if you're not getting to the point where you are taking care of the cleanliness of your body, right? When you're making love to your partner, you can have infections in your mouth, you can have stuff going on with your beard. I know the beard game is really taking off, but we have to make sure it's clean. We have to make sure that the necessary things in our beard doesn't irritate your partner, typically talking about a woman. And so if those things, if you're not taking care of you, you are definitely going to address or get into a space where you're affecting yourself and negatively affecting your partner. So when we're talking about self-care, is sex care. We really want to start taking better care of self so we can have the desirable sex that we want. And so I make sure that I do a number of things personally. I'm doing what's called red light therapy, and that does a lot with my GI tract, but also my cells. Funny enough, I remember talking with my Tantra brothers and my Tantra master about cells and getting all that gunk out of our cells, making sure that we eat right, have a healthy diet. So I have a regular diet. I eat healthy, and then I eat not so healthy from time to time. I mean, that's just what it is. But I make sure that I have a well-regulated system going on. And I go to red light therapy here in Texas, I think it is. And it helps clear all that stuff out of my cells. It helps with skin health all over. I have folliculitis. That's been calmed down. So I have the issue with irritation around my neck and the back. It's calmed down. I have not had that issue to a bad level in quite a long time. It also helps with sexual health. So it helps with the nitric oxides, letting the blood flow, helping the penis get erect how it wants to, so you can control and have more control over your erection and finishing, right? And pleasure. So that's the self-care, but it's also leaning into sex care. So with that, I'm regulating my weight, healthy sleeping, snore from time to time, but there was a time when I had sleep apnea, and that affected my mood, that affected my weight, that affected sex. I wasn't getting my organs the necessary air they need. So fellas, anybody out there that has sleep apnea, you need to start working on weight. That's going to shorten your lifetime if you have sleep apnea. It just is. And so let your body breathe. Let those cells be healthy and functioning to the degree that it needs to. And so I no longer need to wear a CPAP mask or anything like that. That's embarrassing. How does it feel to date somebody like, hold on, baby, I got to put this mask on to go to sleep? Or what if you want to have sex? Like, that's just nah, it's not sexy. And so I no longer need to wear that. And so there's a lot of things that I want to be able to have discussions with my brothers about when it comes to self-care and sex care. And so when you start taking care of yourself, it leads itself to better sex.
Amazing stuff. So I don't see any more response regarding the 2 truths and a lie. So between Miss Shamika and Rosie, who got it right?
Rosie got it right. I was not born with 6 fingers. My sister was. And they cut them off at birth. They used a little thread or whatever. And that was the first time I saw like a little dangling appendage or digit, if you will. like, that shit looks weird. Like, what the hell is that? Is she an alien? I still believe she's an alien today. But yeah, so they cut that off, and she has just 5 fingers. But I am an expert swimmer, believe it or not. I used to swim as a water safety instructor in Shreveport, Louisiana. I swam for a swim team all the way up until 9th or 10th grade of high school, maybe even 11th. And my best stroke was the breaststroke.
I'm not even gonna go there.
That was my best stroke. I got all city in that shit. I'm telling you, the breaststroke is the best stroke. And so anyway, but I almost drowned. I scared the shit out of my mom when I think it was 4. But I wasn't struggling. I was just down there chilling in the water. Like, this is a good time down here in this water. And, folks had to jump in and get me. But I wasn't struggling. I got on the high dive right after that and jumped right in. Everybody's heart was like, oh my God, he's going to do it again. But the fear was gone, and I was good to go after that. And so, and I did also spend about 3.5 years in the Philippines. Shout out to all the military families out there. Chris Green is also part of the military family. That's where we began that brotherhood there. And so yeah, good stuff. Rosie, we got something for you. I know you already purchased a book and I believe a shirt. I know you got the book. If you don't have a shirt, I got you a shirt and a mug coming to you. Thank you, love you, and appreciate the support.
Congratulations, Miss Rosie. Shamika says backstroked. I'm not gonna even comment on that.
Oh man.
So the other thing that's available for sale for Back to the BaSex brand is this hat that author Boris Chestnut is currently wearing. That's not on the website. We actually need to add that in. But how much are the hats going for?
These, believe it or not, are probably the most expensive item I'm selling. Even more expensive than the book. To get the graphic put in and to have the hat and all this stuff going on goes out to $25. Now, I can say this is probably one of the hottest items. People keep asking for hats. I don't have any hats right now. I got to get more made. So I'm going to have white and orange hats on order as well. So you'll have an option for black, white, and orange hats with the symbol Back to BaSex on it. And so yeah, but it's a hot hat. I got me a fit one. I got a big ass head. It's 7.5. Barry Bonds, no steroids, 7.5.
Excellent. Good job. Shamika says, you decided to drown again. My CPR BLS AED is active. Hey, where's mine? I guess she's looking for her shirt.
Gotcha.
All right. So let's do one more 2 truths and a lie when you get a second.
Oh.
You need time to think of?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you another think of that. To give me a question. Here's what I'm gonna do. Remind you to follow Boris Chestnut on YouTube. He has a brand new YouTube channel. He's going to be dropping some more videos there very soon. It is Boris Chestnut 06 on YouTube. Please go and follow him, Boris Chestnut 06 on YouTube. Also, Boris _Chestnut on Instagram. If you do not follow him on Instagram, please go there as well. He can also be found on LinkedIn, and you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube currently. If you are not already on YouTube, let's see what Rosie says. Big boom. Yeah, big dumb indeed. And Shamika says, is he referring to the hat size or the other size? That's a good question. Do you want to answer the ladies?
The party has officially started now, just in case. I don't know anybody. So crazy enough, hat size does not equate to penis size, but I got my mom and dad on here. I'm not going to be talking about penis size, especially my penis size on here. My dad ain't going to have all kinds of jokes, and my mom will be side-eyeing me for the rest of my life. I can't have that. But I will say thank you for the question, and I do have a big ass dome. My forehead is what's killing it right now. My forehead is crazy. And so, but I guess you could just say I'm smart.
Thank you. Excellent question, Shamika. Thank you for that. She said 08, aka bruh, 08, chew size. So you got those two truths and a lie yet?
I got it.
Okay.
All right. Story one. I made a 30 on my ACT in high school. And I made a perfect in math and science. Story two. I played football for a little bit for Florida State University. And I played quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
Okay. I already know what the lie is, but okay. I think that might have been too easy right there, but it's all good. But let's see what we can get. Who can tell us what the lie is that he just said? Okay, y'all be able to do that one real quick, I'm sure. So, what else?
A black quarterback? Never mind.
See, you done gave it away.
I just want to give away appreciate.
So what we giving away this time?
I just, you know.
We haven't done any mugs. How about that?
Yeah, let's give away a mug. I guess the first person to respond gets a mug.
All right, so let's see. Oh, Shamika says the Dolphins is the lie. Shamika, this mug's for you. Okay. Excellent. So tell us, in chapter 4, it's called A New Perspective on Lovemaking. Tell us one of the myths that you are busting with this book.
One of the conversations I have a lot with clients and even my homeboys is, I'm not trying to be fucking all day. And, you know, as women get older, women come into their own with sex because of their full body and your full power. And men, we get so stuck on these scripts, just working so hard, trying to get this money behind that hustle and go get it, right? Grind hard or go home. But that has a dampening effect on our sexual response system. And so one of the myths is that men love sex all day. Like all we do is think about sex. But the reality is women think about sex too, maybe not to the same quality, and dare I say all day as well, right? It may not be penetration. It may be you wanting to have cuddling moments, the intimacy with your man or your woman, right? And so that's sex. And so having those desires, that need to have that so often, right, is sex. We can't just label sex as penetration, right? It's a wealth and a range of things. And so with that being said, both people think about sex quite a bit, but men don't really want sex all long. As we get older, we just want some peace and quiet. Let me get some sleep. Can I get that first, and then let's talk about how we're gonna bust it up and bust it open after that. Let's do that. Can we just do that? So, but we try to get into the myths of that and how we can move forward in understanding the mental and the mindset of the man.
Excellent. Thank you very much. While you're signing that book, I'm gonna just read to you guys the chapter titles in the table of contents, just so you can get an idea of what is included in this book. We have a spiritual foreword and we have a regular foreword. The introduction written by Mr. Boris Chestnut himself. And then chapter 1 is a message to Black men. Chapter 2 is self-care is sex care. Chapter 3, can emotional IQ and intimacy improve my performance? Chapter 4, a new perspective on lovemaking. Chapter 5, sex. Chapter 6, sex energy. Chapter 7, what is pleasure? Chapter 8, sex and mushrooms. Chapter 9, cannabis and sex. Chapter 10, soda pop sex. 11, sex positive community. And 12, a prayer outro. So this book has about 113 pages of good educational stories, information, all the things you need to have a reclamation of sex energy for men. So again, ladies, just because you're not a man doesn't mean you can't buy this book. You can learn something from this book as well, even though it's written to men. You can learn things that you can use for yourself, also things that you can use for the men in your lives. If they're not going to read the book, you might have to show up as the book for them, right? But you can't show up as the book if you don't read the book. So even if you're a woman, you can still purchase this and read it through and share the information that you learn with your partners. With that in mind, I'm just going to take a moment and read some more comments. Shamika says, "Are we playing two truths and a lie again with that about not thinking about sex? I've been told I'm poison." Okay, I don't think we're playing two truths and a lie with that though. So let me just read Boris's what do you call this? Bio. Okay. So let you know a little bit more about him. Boris Chestnut is a seasoned professional in sexual and behavioral health with over 15 years of experience helping individuals explore the origins of their sexual experiences and shift their mindset to align with their physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. With degrees in psychology and clinical social work, Boris has dedicated his career to fostering inclusive spaces, advocating for sex education, and redefining masculinity in healthy, non-toxic ways. Passionate about breaking down barriers of sexual miseducation, he integrates Tantra and energy work to help clients harness their sexual energy for healing and transformation. Boris currently resides in Texas, offering virtual and in-person support to individuals, couples, and communities. So what does that mean? If you need or would like assistance in the area of sex education, sexual health, anything along those lines that I just said, Boris can help you with that. Virtually and in person. I know that he has some amazing things lined up coming for people who want with him in person. Sure. I'll let him tell you about that when he's ready. But I just wanted to see, we have another comment. Miss Jacqueline Dawson says, "What do your parents think about your direction as a sex therapist in writing this book?"
Thank you, Mom, for the question. Love you to pieces, and I can't wait for you to read Dedication. I cried. I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried like a little baby, and you, Dad, and Ebony, wait till y'all read it. A lot of people have asked me that. What are your parents thinking about you as a sex therapist? And you know, I grew up in the South, and sex is one of those things in the South where we like to separate sex and spirituality. Mom is a devout Christian, and I no longer identify as Christian. I am spiritual. I believe in God. I pray, but I also believe in sex, and I believe spirit and sex are one and the same. And that's why this book is so important. It's a psycho-spiritual piece that includes sex, right? And so, asking me about that, I think my mom is all beautiful parts of my understanding of what religion is, and especially to be a Christian. Just had talks with all parts of people. Didn't just say these are my favorite niggas, favorite whatever else, right? These are my favorite whatever. Jesus had walks with everybody, and she leaned into that energy, and loves it. She loves that we can bring sex education to people that need it. Um, from her perspective, she wishes that churches could have more conversations about sex, and if churches are willing to have an open conversation with me about sex, I'm willing to talk to you about spirit and sex as well, for development, for safety, for growth, so on and so forth. And so they loved it. My dad was all for it. It was like, yeah, let's get it, let's go. And mom and my sister was like, okay, and what? Like, it's whatever. And so, but they were on board with that. And even with Tantra, my mom was on board with it. My dad had some time to really process it. I don't know if he's really settled in with the Tantra thing yet. We've had some discussions, debates about the tree of life, the African tree of life in Kemet. We've had some discussions about some other things, but my parents are very supportive. They're very open to things that they didn't get taught as kids or as adults. And they know I'm going to look at this and I'm going to do it for healthy spaces, not to take advantage of people. And so that's the story behind that. Um, they've just been awesome parents. I can't thank anybody enough for my experience with them. I thank God all the time for being their child, and so they've been very supportive.
That's beautiful. It's great to have the support of your loved ones. Um, Mom also says that your dad wants to know how you knew your parents had great sex.
Oh my God. Uh, y'all should have hit me up with this before I got on. I prepared for a lot of shit. I didn't even prepare for that, Mom, Dad. Sorry, I'm cutting. Y'all got me. Y'all caught me off guard. My parents were very open with sex. They very much were. They were very open with my sister and myself, seeing them kissing, holding hands. I'm a very affectionate person. And I learned that from my mom, but most importantly, I learned that from both of them and seeing how they had loved on each other and disgusting nights when they would make love. Ugh, I still don't like to hear it. Think about it. But they love sex. And so, yeah, we're going to leave it at that. We're going to try to move on. Dad, get Mom off the damn computer, please. Jeez.
Yeah, so we can say he probably heard y'all. Says walls were built thin back then.
Hella thin.
They thin now.
Oh.
I love that. Great questions. Thank you so much. Keep the questions coming. And Boris continues to sign books. Again, if you have not purchased your copy yet, they are available on backtobasex.com, where you can also purchase more merch associated with the book. We have t-shirts. The mug is not on the site yet either, right?
The money?
The mug.
The mug is not.
So yes, we'll be adding the mug and the hat to the website, but that's also available along with pillowcases for 18 by 18 throw pillows, and of course the book. So go shop there. We're talking a lot about spirituality. So with thinking about the book and all the merch and the pillowcase and all that, we have this beautiful orange symbol on here. Tell us what this symbol represents, what it's about, anything.
It's funny. I was dating somebody probably about 8 years ago, and I got a Reiki reading. And they cleared out some stuff, and they asked me about favorite colors. There's colors, there's healing through colors, there's healing through sound, frequency, vibration, all this other stuff. Another conversation, another day. But I told her I want to go into these sex therapy spaces and become a sex therapist. And I'm highly interested in healing through sex. And she was, well, what's your favorite color? I was like, orange. She was like, wow, that's the color of the sacral chakra. I was like, oh, yeah. Whatever it means. Yeah. So I was a baby then as far as understanding chakras and how that works for sexual health, mental health, your alignment, and being able to use certain chakras to understand mental health and all these other things. But anyway, so orange being my favorite color, the chakra being, I love all the chakras, but orange being my favorite color, the sacral chakra is my favorite. And that is comprised of sexual health, sexual healing, sex energy, all the things, creative energy. Through that, well, through all the chakras, right? But that would be the home for it. And so I thought that would be a great space for the first book, is to really highlight favorite color, really highlight aspects of me, my clients, so on and so forth, through sex energy, reclaiming that so we can use that and have that energy to transform ourselves into the healthy human beings we want to be. And so, yeah, it's the sacral chakra right here, right? But it's not right here in the stomach, going straight through the spinal column, right? Going up there. You want to basically try to feel the energy in your body as it travels there. And there's a lot of things we can do to practice learning how to feel. one thing that we do know about the brain that is very important is we don't know a whole lot about it. But what we can say is with the brain, we can do things with our body because we work on the connection with our mind, right? And so if you have an opportunity to really get yourself to a comfortable position, feet on the floor, and you're quiet, don't listen to loud music. Make sure you're in a quiet part of the house. Really tell your brain to fill out a certain part of your body and try to feel the blood flow in that certain part of your body, right? That's you using your energy. And so when you can start pinpointing certain parts of your body where you can feel and sense the blood flow, you can just simply say, brain, fill out the left big toe on my left foot. And you're focusing on that. And just allow yourself to feel your left big toe and the blood rushing through it. And so start practicing on different parts of your body. And then when you do that, you can start using that as an opportunity to fill out your whole body, to have full body orgasms. You're really starting to take control of your body about with the things that feels good within your body, the things that gives you to the understanding your power and how you can use it for transmutation. And so those are things that I use. That's a simple tool I use with my clients to start filling their body out so that they can have multiple orgasms, or what we call in Tantra spaces, high level orgasms. And that is direct connection with your guidance or God energy. And that's your connection with the higher and so many other things. And so I think I got off on a tangent, and I do that. Don't, we're gonna do it a few more times a night, but don't worry, but just flow with me. Anyway, I'll hand it back.
Well, and that's a good point. I'm glad you just said that last piece about going off on a tangent, because one of the things that Boris told us, told me, is that this book is written in such a way where you don't have to read it from start to finish. You can choose if you want to learn specifically about sex energy. You can go straight to the sex energy chapter and read about it and learn what you need to learn without having read the previous chapter. So just wanted to point that out as well. Is he kind of writes the way he speaks?
That's exactly true. That's exactly right. And so I also wrote how I read. Like, I like to pick up a couple of chapters, maybe 3, and I put the book down and I go pick up another book. And it's just a swirl of different books. And that's how I obtain my lessons. That's how I like to put things into reality. I test those few chapters and I go put it out in the world, and I just see what it does for me and how it makes sense to me, how it within me. And so that's how I wrote the book. It's, you can read chapter 1 and then you can skip to chapter 10, or you can skip to chapter 12 and you're not missing a beat. I want this to be something where if you don't read chapter 1 or 2, then the ending just doesn't make sense to you. There's no ending to this journey. This is a marathon, and this is the first book of many. And so you can read it how you want to read it, chapter 3 or 4, and then put it down for a little bit. When you come back to it, you're gonna still get the same love. And so appreciate it.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that this is a journey. Tell us you talked about how the journey to the orgasm is likened to a symphony or an orchestra. Tell us a little bit about that.
So if you are like myself and you've had multiple orgasms, or anybody that I can talk to in my Tantra tribe, the women in my Tantra tribe that have had multiple orgasms, talk about riding this rhythmic wave, this electric wave, right? You've had orgasms so much, this electric rhythmic wave, right? And you can start seeing somebody moving, having kind of like a belly dance movement, body rolls, as we say, when we dance in that 90s music or that album that we created, right? So we have that movement going on, and it's very rhythmic. And when we're talking about having orgasms, you have rhythmic contractions going on, and it is a symphony of things going on throughout your body. Considering, with men, the pituitary gland, considering the perineum, considering there's so many stuff. I'm sorry. And so considering all these other things that's going on, the male G spot, and you're going to have all these things coming into play to have that crescendo and then the release. right? And so with that, I thought it would be fun to talk about orgasms and coming in a spirit of music. And so we talk about some musical instruments in there, which represents this, the hypothalamus, which represents that, the pituitary gland, which is the master gland for all these other things for your body, and especially setting the tone for all this other stuff. We do all that. And so I thought that was really fun to have that, researching what instruments look like and how it sounds like and relating it to the body. I thought that was fun for me to write. And so in that particular chapter, you'll get certain names, but you also get certain instruments, and it is really just a symphony of things that helps you have an orgasm. And so, and that's how I also like to learn. I like to listen to some music in the background, some soft music. I will play this album and I'll read this book, and then I will learn. I will listen and learn and have a good time.
Well, they do say sex is a dance.
It is.
So, yes. Shamika says, you better stop. You better stop, boy. So, and she wants to know when she gets her mug. Shamika, we will be shipping out products that have been purchased this week. So look for it within about a week and a half, depending on the post office and you know how they do. But things will be shipping out this week, and order fulfillments emails will be going out soon as well. So let's see.
Keep in mind, this is a small business, all right? Work with you, boy. I'm not trying to do anything and hold your money up. It's a lot going into it, and this is my first book in shipment process. And with the help of Allison and friends and family, this is they're making it all possible. So Shamika, if you could, or anybody that has won anything, Rosie, I got your information. Shamika, go ahead and inbox me your address, or the best address you want me to send that to, or anybody else that wins anything tonight. Inbox me your address and we will get that stuff to you this week or next. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am and sir. So I just realized we didn't turn on our sexy light. Time to turn it on. Let's turn it on.
Hit him with the one.
Hey.
They ain't ready.
They okay. So that was all the questions I have. What other questions do you guys have for Boris Chestnut before we log off on tonight? This has been fun. Have you been having fun?
I have.
Thank you, parents, for embarrassing the shit out of me. Appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you, friends and family, for showing up and showing out. We will be chopping this up, and we will be blasting this on YouTube, Instagram, your mama's house, wherever you can see a video, you'll be in it. And thank you for being a part of this ride. I appreciate it. I really do.
So before we get ready to kind of wrap things up, we mentioned that you are able to help people virtually and in person. Tell us a little bit more about what you actually do aside from sex therapy.
I am also a Tantra practitioner, and it looks like I'm building, and with the help of Lady Diamond at the Diamond Suite in Duncanville. That's where we will have spirit. That's where we will have practice. And with Key Divine, she's number 9 on the album. She's also going to help me. Together, we will be working with the community out here in Texas, building tribe, and getting people to the point where they're having orgasms. And if your eyebrows are raising, yes, orgasms in all the nasty, kinky ways, but also spiritual ways, right? And so when we're talking about orgasms, I think I mentioned earlier, you have orgasms so much, you start riding that rhythmic wave, you start to become that goddess energy that you want to have, that you need to control your own destiny, to change the life, transmute the life that you so desire. Goes for women, goes for men. Men can have multiple orgasms as well. So we'll be building tribe. We will be doing qigongs, meditations. Key and I will be doing table work, and we'll be doing a host of other things. We'll be talking about healthy diets. We'll be doing things to bring healthy spirit to people. And we will be helping people understand that spirituality and spirit does a healthy dance with sex. When you separate it, you get to the point where you're separating a huge part of yourself. You should never separate spirituality and sex. And so I'm not going to have that discussion with some of the religious leaders. I know where that goes. So if you believe that you should, that's fine. But here, spirit and sex is not separated. It's one and the same. And so that's why sex energy is very important, because it creates life. It helps you become creative. It helps you move through life in some of the special ways. Um, so we'll be doing that. Um, I will also be adding more items to the website. We talked about the mug, the hat, oils. We're working on a scent for men right now. Hopefully I can have that to move forward. I'm telling you now, it's called Black Orchid. And that's such a sexy ass name, right? And so hopefully I can go ahead and get that created on the site, or a special name for it along those lines, and sell it to men. And what else is going on? So one of the artists on the album was humming her track, and she was going to this theater where her daughter was performing, and the director of the theater heard her humming and was like, "Hey, what's that song you're humming?" And then she introduced what that song was off of this album. And then she was like, "Well, author of the book that also gave the outline to the producer that created this album, right? Together they created that album. He created the book." And the director's like, "I got to meet this guy." So the director called me on her phone. Shout out to Just Miz for that. Much love you. Called me on the phone, and in June 2026, we're looking at having a play on the book with themes from the book, and hopefully we can get to a point where we're talking about using an animation that I'm writing with my best friend Dorsey and Twila Good, and through that we can use themes from the book with those characters to create a happy experience in a play. And we hopefully can also use the album and the singers from the album. We're trying to employ everybody. I heard jobs are being lost. We're trying to put people into jobs right now. We're trying to have a good time, and we're really trying to embrace everybody. That's what this is all about. And so be on the lookout. Nothing has been signed, but they're in love. I'm sharing like June 2026, trying to go ahead and put out a play based on this book. And that person will also help me release the book for women and the new album. And so you will get that stuff through my site, on my Facebook page. I'm telling you early, whether it comes to fruition, because it will. I'm not going to say any other things outside of that. When it comes to fruition, you already heard it first here. So there's that, and some other things that I'm just not processing right now. But there's the album, there's this book, the next book and album, there's a play, and we're also building Tribe here at the Diamond Suite with Lady Diamond and Key Divine.
Lots of good stuff coming up, you guys. So you have to make sure you stay connected to Boris Chestnut. One of the ways you can do that is by going to his YouTube channel. If you're not watching on YouTube, obviously, which is Boris Chestnut 06 on YouTube. You can also follow him on Instagram at Boris_Chestnut. And we are also live on the Facebook page with Boris Chestnut as well. So those are the ways you can connect with him at this time. Of course, back to the BaSex.com. Let's go. We got a lot of good stuff on the site. Go copy the album because it's fire, as they said. And we're not just saying that. We're like, we biased, but no, it's really good. Like, seriously. I've had it on repeat all week. Okay, just saying. The t-shirts are amazing. They're very good quality. Go rep the brand. The hats, also great quality. He's going to get some more of those soon. We got the book, of course. We have a paperback version of the book. Those who pre-ordered the exclusive pre-order bundle, your hardcover special cover edition is coming soon to you as well. And what else did I miss? The pillow cases. Of course, they do not come with the pillow, but they do come with the beautiful, it's a velvet pillowcase, y'all. It's smooth and sexy, okay? Just like everything else. Your package, the special order pre-order boxes they look like this. This is the bottom of the box. That's the top of the box there. And this is what your package will arrive in if you got a special pre-order bundle that came with all the beautiful things. Let's not forget the mugs, lots of things. And like he said, we have a lot more stuff coming up. Oils and in-person sessions. And if you need sex therapy, tantra, energy work, all the things are available to you. Do not let your sex life suck. Pun intended. um, Shamika says, let me drop a line on the track. Any bedroom candy in the making?
Thank you for putting that feather out there in that hat. So I appreciate that. I'm just going to go ahead and say yes.
I'm just going to go ahead and say yes. People just drop ideas, and the crazy thing about it is it seemingly fits. And so as far as bedroom candy, yeah, why not? Why not? So I'll get to researching and bounce my ideas off of my brain trust, make it make sense, and we'll get to it. I'm not mad at that. I appreciate that. Appreciate it, Shamika. So I don't know if you want 10%, that's tithe and offering. I don't know if you want that from the sales. I don't know what you want, but I appreciate putting it out there. Work with me more ideas, and we can get you right.
And Miss Rosie said the album is amazing. Yes, we have to agree with you, Miss Rosie. Shamika says you're welcome. All right. Do you have last words for the people?
Thank you for showing up. I will say that all the time. I will continue to be a broken record with thanks for showing up. The last tip for men is really, with your partners and yourself, try to focus on three things: taking the pressure out of the room, taking blame out of your relationship, taking shame out of your relationship. Those three things. Take the pressure out of the room, take blame out of the relationship, take shame out of the relationship. Now you can work on being your vulnerable self with you and your partner and move forward in all the healthy ways. Again, thank you for showing up. Make sure you hit subscribe on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell folks that you do like, that you don't like. Text them, say, hey, ain't shit, subscribe to this, and you need it, right? I need that from you. I need y'all to go ahead and subscribe. I need to get to 1,000 so we can go ahead and start getting this income in and working on the bigger and better things that I want this company to grow to. I have so many beautiful ideas that will happen. And so let's work together on getting there. And again, thank you for coming out. Hit me up. If you want to call me, my business phone number is 214-945-9006. I probably should have asked if I should put my business phone out there, but it's a business phone. And so if you want to call me and start scheduling any sessions, that's where you can find me. For mental health or behavior health rather, and sex therapy, you can find me at Hello Alma. You can inbox me on my Instagram or Facebook and say, hey, where do I get this started? Now, if you do end up going down the route of you becoming my client, we will have to build some boundaries, but we can go ahead and figure that out. Other than that, love you, thank you, and let's get to work.
Amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Boris. Thank you so much for showing up and being here with us these past 90 minutes. It's been so much fun. I'm just going to give you a couple more reminders and then we're going to sign off. Again, we were here talking about Back to the BaSex, a reclamation of sex energy for men, written by author Boris Chestnut. And again, you can go to the website and see all of the amazing merch. Connect with him on YouTube, Boris Chestnut 06, Instagram, Boris_Chestnut, and here on Facebook, Boris Chestnut. With that, I'm Allison Denise, author brand strategist, here with this lovely author doing a virtual book signing. I had so much fun with you guys. Yep, you want to say, okay.
Thank you, Allison. You have helped put all this together. When you built this set, I don't want a house right now, and this set looks like we went to some Hollywood. I was like, damn, this is official. But not just the set, everything that you've done, the website, helping me carry forward my ideas and being a sounding board. Um, the events. Also, we're going to have retreats coming up. And I feel like you have really outworked our contract. And we have to go ahead and redo a new contract soon. But whoever you work with, you stuff with, listen, she is a hustler. She's a go-getter. She has done so much for my brand and helped me bring in money. She's helped me put stuff out there. And although I have a small following right now, and I'm just being real, but I've seen the growth in my following. I've seen the attraction. I've seen the people coming forward and having questions and doing the things that I really wanted, that I've seen visualization. Thank you for helping me with that. I really appreciate you for that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying all of that. It's been fun. This has been probably one of the most fun projects I've worked on in some time. And this all this orange is giving me life right now. I'm just saying.
Next energy. Let's go.
Let's go. Reclaiming all of it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Boris. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, yes. Thank you, Miss Rosie. Oh, and by the way, Shamika says she doesn't need her tithe. She just wants to be recognized. So thank you guys, Shamika, Rosie, Miss Dawson, Mr. Dawson, anyone else that was on. We really and truly appreciate you. Go to the website, purchase the album, listen to it tonight. Boris told y'all, have sex to that album tonight. Okay? Oh, wait. So, but stay out of trouble. All right. So with that, we're going to sign off. We're going to say thank you for joining us, and we will see you on the flip side. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.